Hello everyone, it's Nanny Moo Moo and Papa Dunk, and today we're visiting Sheffield Park and Garden, which the National Trust describes as acres of Grade 1 listed landscape garden and lakes surrounded by historical parkland and woodland. Lovely to see some early spring flowers bursting through the ground. At the entrance to the park, you can pick up a map, which we did, but we're going to do what I call a self-discovery walk by taking different paths as they emerge before us. In the background is a stately home, now in private ownership. In 1769, John Baker Holroyd, who later became the first Earl of Sheffield, purchased Sheffield Park, commissioning James Wyatt to design the house. There's Papa Dunk making a stand. If you are a tree lover, Sheffield Park is somewhere you should definitely visit. Capability Brown and Humphrey Rempton were instrumental in designing the woodland walks and gardens. Many of the trees are labelled. If you're visiting with children, you could get them to write down the names of the trees to research at a later date. I certainly did some post-visit researching. We stopped for some light refreshment at the Shant Takeaway Cafe, cash only, sitting outside making the most of the glorious weather. We were joined by a friendly but sometimes very vocal peacock. It's wonderfully soothing to walk amongst so many different types of trees. There are 14,500 trees in the park, the oldest being an English oak dated to 1485. It's amazing to think of all of the history which has passed since that date. We didn't see any worms, but I'm sure they were there, alongside many other wonderful soil creatures. We're now going to explore some of the woodland paths, entering through this magnificent archway, which has been built with various woodland growth, including pine cones. Walking in the woodland makes for a nice contrast to the more formal garden paths. Make sure you wear appropriate footwear, particularly if your visit is after wet weather, as it can get a bit muddy in some places. Ducks, geese, swans and other water birds have made their homes in the 5 lakes, which are situated throughout the garden. Here are some enjoying the fine early spring weather. There are several paths and bridges which crisscross the lakes. The sound of water is very soothing and the vistas over the lakes simply breathtaking. Here we are walking over one of the rather ornate bridges, taking in the views of the lakes, the house in the background, the wonderful trees, and just crossing over the bridge, a chance to take in the wonderful landscapes which extend beyond the lakes. In the distance you can see and hear Pulham Falls, which connect the 10-foot pond and the middle pond, which is in front of us. We will get a close-up view of the falls later on during the walk. For those of you who are enthusiasts of Victorian engineering, we stumbled upon this pump, which I'm guessing was installed when the lakes were being created between 1882 and 1885. The 3rd Earl of Sheffield was a great cricket lover. In 1896, he hosted the Australian cricket team here at this ground. During the 1891 England cricket tour of Australia, he donated £150 towards buying the Sheffield Shield, a trophy still played for today in Australia. Papa Dunk and I have really enjoyed our visit to Sheffield Park and Garden near Uckfield, East Sussex, and would highly recommend it for a visit if you're in the area. You could spend hours wandering around, taking in nature, whatever the season. So from Nanny Moo Moo and Papa Dunk, it's bye for now. It's bye for now.